Hey guys, and welcome to the Chaos Weeklies. As you can see, before I actually spoil anything, if you didn't watch the Survivors Mario Editions episode 2, if you haven't watched it, please watch it here, and I have the links. The top left corner is part 1, and the top right corner is part 2. So if you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's a pretty good episode, and I'll continue to improve each time. Just started the series, I'm going to keep improving. So, about episode 2, there is a few mistakes I've made. If you haven't noticed it, well, I might as well tell you. For Team Superstars, when it was a challenge part of the series, of the episode 2, the living room wasn't the correct one. It was actually Team Squatty's living room. If you haven't noticed, look on episode 1 and episode 2 and compare them. It was supposed to be their living room, but I did a mistake. So that's one mistake of the challenge part. And I think another mistake was during the lines, when Larry does the line, I believe, was it Larry or Ludwig? One of those characters, they copied Peach's line. I said in the wrong lines, but who cares? But that's all I have to say, and I just wanted to hear your opinions on episode 2 on the Chaos Weeklies. So if you have any opinions, you should write down in the comments. But it's better if you write your opinions on episode 2 on the Survivor episode 2 on either parts. Also, well, yeah, wow, I'm kind of stuck right now. Also, I think the episode was alright. I think I could have improved on it, but it was like one hell of an episode because it was about 18 minutes, which is very long. I didn't mean to do it that long. It was meant to be 15 minutes, but unfortunately it was longer than 15 minutes. It's actually 18 minutes, like a regular full episode. Alright, now I'll be talking about the news on the Survivors. I am planning to do episode 3 right away. As mentioned before, I will do episode 3 starting next week on Monday. I am taking this week off of spriting, but starting next week, the Survivors episode 3, I will begin making the project basically. The script, I haven't written it yet, but on the weekends I will start to write the full script. I'm trying to make the script better, so yeah, I'm gonna make the script better, and then people will get their lines starting on either Sunday or Monday. So you guys will be getting your lines on Monday. Alright, and that's all I have to say. And episode 3 will be exciting. Basically, I'm focusing more on the side story instead of the challenge, so I feel like the side story will be longer than the challenge. So if you're wondering why the challenge was so short, I'm sorry. I'm gonna focus on the side story. And for those of you who don't know what side story is for my for the series, it's basically a little small story before they actually go into the challenge. So it's actually before the challenge, what's going on in their lives during the competition. Alright, and the Chaos Weeklies is almost over. Now, for those of you who don't know what's the question of the month, question of the month is, who do you hope to win the Survivor Season 1 Mario's Edition? But before we go, I have to do Chaos's random thought before I go. Alright. Don't you hate it when you have a pen and you're writing on something, and when you write on something it doesn't work, and then you go check to see if it has ink on it, and then there's ink, and then you go back to the same spot where you're trying to write, and it doesn't work. You try again, and the ink, it still has ink. You go back to the same spot, and it still doesn't want to write. And when you write on other spots of the paper, it works. I mean, it makes no sense. I don't understand that. Why does a pen work on certain areas, and then when it comes to the spot where you're trying to write, it just doesn't work? Wow, that's kind of random. This has been Chaos's Random Thought. Goodbye everybody, and thanks for watching the Chaos Weeklies.